When parents put their children on Tri-City school buses, who is watching them to make sure they're safe?
It's a question that we started asking after seeing a video clip of really a chaotic scene on a local school bus. Last year we met Becky Lee. She told us her 6-year-old daughter, a Bristol, Tennessee elementary school student, was bullied and physically assaulted during a school bus ride home on September 16th. Becky told us the Bristol, Tennessee school system took action against the students who hurt her daughter after they saw video from a school bus onboard camera, and Becky wanted to see the video herself but was not allowed to because of privacy laws. We obtained the video through a public records request, and what we found was alarming. This is a 7.5-minute video recording of what Bristol, Tennessee school officials insist is an isolated and unacceptable incident. Students roughhousing, shoving, pushing, hitting. We blurred the video for privacy reasons. Riders in the aisles, items dangling out open windows, children out of seats, on seats, flipping over seats. And all the while, the bus driver keeps on rolling with no video evidence he ever tried to calm the kids down.
Students do get in trouble on the bus.
After Becky's complaints, when her daughter came home bruised, Dr. Dixie Bowen said she and other Bristol, Tennessee school administrators reviewed the video and took disciplinary actions against students. What was your reaction when you saw the video?
That it was quite chaotic on the bus that day, and I was concerned about the safety of the students.
Even more disturbing, the onboard camera captures the bus driver offering a student his cell phone.
You want my phone?
Yeah. Then moments later, for whatever reason, he misses a bus stop and apologizes to the children.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
That's not okay with us. That moment in time is not what we want to see. It's not acceptable for us to have a driver handing a cell phone back. So there are specifics that we learned from that video that we have addressed.
When students are in school, the law is clear. One teacher for every 20 or 25 students, depending on age. But when Elizabethton City Schools bus driver Larry Adams makes his route,
you're looking right at 50 to 60 on junior high and high school, and right at 50, I guess, for elementary.
How many adults are on that bus?
One adult.
That must be challenging for that one adult.
It can be.
Adams says distractions are part of the job.
Most of those distractions come from outside, the other drivers.
People like that.
Yeah.
But in what he calls the rare instances, when there's trouble on the bus, Adams says he could see the benefit in having a second adult on board, a school system employee or volunteer, to watch the children while he watches the road.
I think it's a great idea. It would help us. I think statewide it would keep accidents down.
But our investigation found none of the Tri-City's largest school systems have anyone on buses to help the driver. Like Elizabethton, Bristol and Kingsport buses at least have those onboard cameras. Johnson City Schools, no second adult, no cameras, and no plans for that to change. Translation, it's all on the driver.
That's a lot of responsibility to put on one bus driver. Is that too much to put on one person who's also having to drive a huge school bus?
That's a good question to ask, and it's a great question to ask. And when we were receiving information like we have received on one particular incident.
Oh, wow.
Back on Larry Adams' bus, we wanted his professional take on that video captured through a school bus camera.
Totally out of control. If he has to put on his brakes suddenly, these kids are going to go forward.
On a 1 to 10 scale for bad, being 10, 1 being okay, where would you put this?
I'd put that at 10. Yeah, I've never experienced anything like that or even close to that. From what I see, it's just a recipe for disaster right here.
A disaster Adams says could be avoided with something as simple as another set of eyes. We found a second person often is on school buses carrying pre-K and special needs students. Now, it's important to note, Bristol, Tennessee school system is doing what no other school system we found is doing to keep kids safe. They are actually tracking the number of incidents on school buses in which there is violence. Dr. Bowen says she hopes that that video inspires everybody to communicate. Even if you pass a school bus on the road and notice a problem, she asks you to report it.